Welcome to Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Ragin' Cajuns of the University of Louisiana and the site of the clash we have in store for you today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Ragin' Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harvin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Line gets set. First down. Leaves it with the running back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll run play action. Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Out of the gun to give to the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Calls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Hands it off. Nice move to stay on his feet. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He'll keep it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got his man in the middle. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude can throw it through a car wash and not get wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Going deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fair catch, called for and made. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Fires on the move. Makes the grab. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Got a man. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
And here comes the offense on second down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to power their way ahead. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back day had nowhere to go.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Coming after it. It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Second down coming up.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to pass it on second down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
Touchdown, Tulane.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Going for the return. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
Man, and that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Murphy. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. He looks that one in nicely. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the short completion brings up 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing.
He'll take a shot. And he's got it! Touchdown, Louisiana! Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They go 83 yards on the drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were.
And the ball squirted out. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
Oh, and it's a hit like that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
From the shotgun, the inside give. At the 20, he's got space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that That's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cajuns. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And that pass intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
From the gun, running back on the move. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Ball's out. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Freeman. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
DB's right up on the receivers. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Getting some heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The running back gets his hands on it, but he's not able to stay in bounds. It's 4th down. The Raging Cajuns send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Tulane right back to the line. To the ground. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now the play fake. Unloads to the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. That receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown and get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. They'll throw it on first down. He's going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Wide open downfield. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Handoff from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. He's got great speed, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Makes the quick grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Offense set on first down. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The give to the back. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Oh, he wants it all. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Trying play action. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Griffin. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
When you run that screen, it takes a lot more time to develop because those offensive linemen, remember, they're going to block, release, and go get somebody. Quarterback's got to get rid of that ball a lot faster when they're running those screen plays.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's just excellent cover. Vic, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got an open man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Murphy. He's in open space downfield. And is slipped out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen. They did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The give from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Pressure coming. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
And the Raging Cajuns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to bully their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Slams ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Now it's 3rd and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Raging Cajun. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
The receiver.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
By the receiver. He's brought down at the 3rd and 4. We're on TV. Make some noise. It's 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw it again. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it, and they convert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Tulane right back to the line.
First and goal, Tulane.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for this offense. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Green Wave! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. This one's complete. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
And that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Raging Cajuns will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Tulane right back to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. No huddle offense to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Tulane! Reeled it in and just made the house call. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. The snap sets up to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man on the right. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cajuns.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Comes out throwing on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Snags it down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. He's back to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
Wants to go up top. He's got it in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we have a 1-possession game late. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Time is of the essence. Just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Going up top on first down. Throwing right. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Let's go. This is how you make it interesting. Your defense has to come through, has to make the big play, and they do. Clock running out, you get the ball back to your offense. Way to force the issue, create the interception.
That's caught. It's Freeman. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory and now threatening to get the score.
Listen, everybody practices the 2-minute drill and trying to go fast, but it's really nice when the quarterback has his time to get his thoughts clear, understand down and distance, maybe audible at the line of scrimmage. He has that right now because he did a good job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
Caught over the middle. It's Harvin. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Good timing on the quick out. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some...
Earnit